We are very excited to be here amongst the journey of Mrs. Sudha Murthy, her 200th book to be launched here shortly. The title of the book is Here, There and Everywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Dr. Shashi Tharoor.
Sorry. 1 minute.
Good evening to everyone and ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. On a Friday evening when it's pouring outside a traffic jam, I would not have come. But still I have come, it's my book, and thank you very much for coming all the way. It really means a lot to me. It's very difficult to tell what I really want to tell. Writing is much easier than telling that. However, my love for writing started when I was young, and I have written in my first chapter, The Tale of Many Tales, why I started writing and writing where it took me. And, after 200 titles, out of that, I think there's a statistics which even I don't remember. That's why I put it on the computer, on an Excel sheet, and go and, search, make the entire technology. I use it and find out, okay, how many Assamese, how many Bengalis, how many Kannada, how many Braille, etc. It is not the number, but the joy of writing, that's very, very important to me. Over a period of time, it takes so much time actually to come to this 200th title. In 2007, I had 100th title. In 10, 11 years, I have made another 100 books. That means there are 3, 4, 5 books I might have written into multiplied by 13 languages as earliest, as easy as we can think of. The journey, I really, first of all, before I forget, few things I want to do. In India, you cannot be forgiven for two wrong things if you do anything. One is in marriage card. If you don't give a card, people will remember, in your marriage in 1978, you didn't give me a card. They will never forgive you. Even you are old, you are a grandmother, but 1978, the year you got married, I didn't receive a card. Second thing, in thanking. You didn't thank me on such and such a date, okay? These two are very scary things for me. So let me remember and thank all those people. But before that, I would like to have a small video which my brother has sent and who is very dear to me. Srinivas, I don't want to talk much about him because Vikram has already done. I consider he's one person in my life with whom I can spend hours together without getting bored and be very confident telling you are wrong, and still he will respect me the same, whatever my ideas. And he's a great companion to me in many ways, particularly in the pursuit of knowledge in language. And I told Shini, you must come, but he couldn't make it. He's being a director and the head of the department, and Caltech is a big person. But for his older sister, he said, I will send you a video. Here the video from Srinivas to me. No, Maya is here. Maya has sent his daughter Maya, but Shini is Shini. So I want to see Shini on the screen. First of all, I want to, in the long journey of 200 books in almost 40 years, I started writing when I was 15 or 16. Smaller, I'm sure as a writer, you start with, in teenage, a kind of an article, distant, romantic, tragedy and all, which I really don't value much now. But it started that way, and my first book came when I was almost 29 or 30. It was my backpack journey in US. Today, nobody will read that book. Because a girl from Hubli going on a backpack sponsored by Narayan Murthy was something unusual. So my very first book is dedicated to Narayan Murthy, not because you're my husband, because you're my dear friend. That's a dedication I still remember and continue to do so. He's not because he's my husband, I respect as a dear friend of mine whom I know 45 years. So this book was, when I wrote this in Kannada, I was really scared. Who will publish a technical person like me, my book? I don't have any background of literature. But there was a famous writing publication, Kannada publisher's place in Dharwad, which is known as literary hub of any Kannada writer, even today. That was Manohara Granthamala, and G.B. Joshi was the person, publisher, and He said, don't worry, it's a very unusual book I will do. Today GB Joshi is not there, but he laid the foundation stone for my writing and giving me confidence. Even though you are an engineer, you can still write. And his son is here. I'm extremely grateful, Ramakant Joshi. Please stand up. He's my first publisher out of my 200 milestones. And thank you very much for my coming.
Publishing his books too now.
Okay, that'll be good.
Why am I Hindu?
Okay. And in year 2000, November 12th, first time I published my English writing. Until that, actually I'm a Kannada medium girl because I did physics, chemistry, mathematics, everything in Kannada. Up to age of 16, and I did not know to write a single sentence in English in the year 1966. But I started reading English, and year 2000, when I was 50 years old, I started writing English columns. And thanks to George, for a minute, George, where are you? George. George has to get up. You can't say no. It's a George, TJS George from Indian Express. He gave me a big break to write in English and told that is the way, you have to go ahead and write. You are a storyteller. Thank you, George. And I've dedicated one book to George also. I started in 2000. The moment my book came in English, suddenly the translation started in all Indian languages. And I have very good translators there. If you want to have a good translation, you should know that person very well. The person should understand you very well. So in my case, I've been very lucky. I have great translators whom I have not changed since 18 years. And here the Sonal Ben. Sonal Ben, please get up. Here, Sonal is my replica in Gujarati, and she has done all my Gujarati books. And it has been translated. It has been published by R.R. Seth. Now Ratnaj Seth and his wife are here from Gujarat and Ahmedabad. They have come. Thank you very much, R.R. Seth family.
Recently, I celebrated my 30th book. It's only because of her, because I never wrote anything but some love letters to my husband. Thank you.
People do write to me, Sudha Ben, you look like a Gujarati, and your books are so good in Gujarati. How come you are married to a South Indian? The answer is, here is Sonal Ben, who understands my heart. Thank you, Sonal. Then I have a great publisher in Telugu. Where are you, Ashok Garu? Please stand up. I know. Ashok Garu is here. Alakananda Prakashan from Vijayawada. Without meeting each other, he said, ma'am, I will publish your book, reading English book. He has done my 14 books in Telugu and very popular. Thank you, Ashok Garu. And many translators in that. But the first translator was our own person. Thank you very much. You have come all the way. There are many people in the whole series. Then comes next one is my Marathi publication. Is there Anil ji is here? Anil and Sunil Mehta from, they have come somewhere, but I don't know where they are sitting now. Anil and Sunil Mehta from Kolhapur and Pune. They have done all my 19 books in Marathi. I'm bilingual in Marathi while I talk, but I can't write. So they have done, and it's very strange when I go to Maharashtra. People think I'm a daughter of Maharashtra. They call Murthy the son-in-law of Maharashtra. Yeah. So in Kolhapur, if I release my book, there will be minimum 3,000 people with a pass, because they love Kannadiga speaking Marathi, and my books are so much in demand in Maharashtra. I'm grateful to Sunil and Anil Mehta and my very lovely translator. She has not come, she's in US. That is Leena Sohani. Jagdishwari, I want to thank you particularly. My very first Telugu you have done, I remember, about in 2000 or something that kind. Thank you very much, Jagdishwari. Then there's the Piyush Prakashan from, Piyush from Prabhat Prakashan, Delhi. Piyush, or his brother Prabhat will be here somewhere. Piyush, thank you very much coming all the way from Delhi. He has done all my 16 books in Hindi and always ready to do the next book. He says, Sudha Murthy ki Shreshth Kahaniyan. I said, no, Shreshth nahi. Sudha Murthy ki Kahaniyan. I said, no, Shreshth Kahaniyan. He has always an adjective all the way come. And without even meeting many times, they have done all my books in Hindi. Then comes Braille. I was, Meera, where are you, Braille? Meera is here. Meera Badwe, the person behind the Braille. So, thank you very much. Actually, Meera gave me many inputs. She told me, ma'am, our children cannot read. Is there any way you can give free of cost your DTP? I said, of course I will give. I don't even think twice. Then she told me, ma'am, there's an advantage. If they read your English, they can converse in English. And that is, they are come from a Marathi medium. school, so it becomes so difficult for them to converse in English, which I have understood very well than any other person. I know how difficult it was to converse for me in English, though I used to understand. So I told Meera, if you are going to do Braille, you rather do in English first, and then we will do in Marathi. She has taken responsibility of that, and I'm very happy to tell my Braille books are extremely popular. Thank you, Meera, to taking care of that to those people. I should not forget my own mother tongue, Kannada. Maridumbiyagi men kogilayagi puttupudu banavasi deshadolu. That's what Pampa Kavi says, a great poet from Karnataka in 8th century AD. He says, oh God, if you give me rebirth only in Karnataka. It's a land where there is no sand, a land which has abundance, everything. It's a land fertile. It's so much full of flowers, fruits, and very kind people, including monkeys are very kind, and the monkeys destroy the coconut, and the coconut water falls on the earth and it becomes a mud. And in this land, I want to be born again and again. If you do not want I should be born again in Karnataka, then at least you make me actually a shatpadi, that means a bee, so that I'll go and smell the flowers of Karnataka. And I'm ever grateful. Whatever said and done, Pahila Pyar, Pahila Khuma. Kannada is my first love. And it cannot be replaced by any other language. To my own mother tongue, Kannada, and my publishers here, IBH Prakashana. Where are you? IBH. Sanjay, thank you very much for bringing my first series of books. And of course, Swapna, Doddegaudru and Mr. Shah, they have done my remaining books. And thank you very much. You people have done human service, and you'd go on pressurizing me to write more, but I will do next couple of years. Okay? Doddegaudru, the part of my writing, every time I thank him. Without your pushing me, I won't write. Then comes to Penguin. I can't forget. Penguin is a great publisher for me, and I'm very loyal to them. I have not changed my publisher from Penguin to anybody in the last 18 years with my 18 books. It was Udayan, it was Chiki, now it is Meru. They have always been very enthusiastic, and they always come out with whatever way I want, this way, that way. This year I have to do everything I have accommodated. And thank you very much, Meru, on behalf of Penguin, you have come. So my sincere thanks to entire Penguin team. Thank you very much. Malayalam, I have your own mother tongue Malayalam. I have a great publisher, DC Ravi. DC Book House, I don't know where DC Ravi has come. Is there. He has done my books in Malayalam, and they're very popular in Dubai. I never knew. I went for a book session in Dubai. They said, oh, we know you. I said, how come? Oh, it's DC Ravi's books. So DC is a very well-known publishing house. So I'm grateful to DC Ravi that he has done excellent publication of my 7 books in Malayalam. Though my books are in Dogri, Assami, Bengali, Urdu, Kashmiri, Italian. That list, I do not know, the list is here. You can check. It's not just I say it's a 200 book. There is a proof of 199 plus 100. What I talk, I mean, okay? So there's a proof. So there are many small Assamese, Oriya, many languages are there, but somehow I'm not able to establish as a great writer in those translated, in those areas, except these what I have told. No, of course I will do that. No, I have Punjabi, Tamil and anything. Now I want to, recently, about last year I think, I published a book in Sindhi, which was waiting for a long time. And 2 sisters have come, Barkha and Shobha. Where are you? I saw you. Here are they. So that's the first time I realized there is one side Sindhi, and then you did half in Sindhi and completed, and the other one is in Arabic script. Until that, Devanagari and Arabic. I was not even aware. I only knew that, that there is a Sindhi language, but the Arabic portion I did not know. They have done 2 of my books. So thank you very much, sisters. You have come all the way from Bombay.
Can I speak one sentence?
Yeah.
The book was a dedication to our mother, but we found a mother in you.
Oh, thank you. I'm really touched by that. Okay. I want to thank Shobha Kaveri. She did my initial translation in Hindi. Thank you very much, Shobha. And very Sunetra Jog. Hi, Sunetra. Sunetra has done my books in Konkani in Goa. And Goa is quite popular. Though they speak in Konkani, I can answer them in Marathi. I can manage. Thank you, Sunetra, coming all the way and doing my work. In Sute, have I forgotten anyone? Okay. I don't think I have forgotten anyone, but I have to really thank Himali, Pia, Varun, Mansi, Raghu of Penguin. Raghu of Penguin, I think me and Shruti trouble him a lot for every book release, Okay, thank you. And Sohini, you are helped me all my publications from Penguin. Thank you very much. And that's what I wanted to do, the first job without forgetting. But most important, not the last, but not the least, the most important is that you readers, you matter a lot to me. I can write, translate, do all these things, but without you, I don't exist. If you don't, it's a performing arts. Shashi Tharoor will understand as a fellow writer, writing, music, dance, and painting. We are all cousins because we all are interconnected. If there are no people, then if there are no readers, then there are no writers. I don't write and keep it inside and be happy. It won't happen that way. So without you people and buying my books and making me probably India's one of the best sellers, and I'm really grateful to you. Without Infosys dividend, without any money, okay, I still can lead my life in my royalty. It is a great achievement for me. My writing is not because I'm Narayan Murthy's wife or Rohan's mother, not because of the first engineer, or not because I'm a daughter of Dr. Kulkarni, or sister Sunanda and Srinivas Kulkarni. Writing is a gift of Goddess Saraswati. If she would not have been in my mind, I would not have written. The entire credit should go to Ya Kundendu Tushara Hara Dhavala, Ya Shubhra Vastravrata, Ya Veenavara Danda Manditakara, Ya Shveta Padmasana, Ya Brahmachuta Shankara Prabhuti, Devai Sada Vandita, Samam Patu Saraswati Bhagavati, Nishesha Jadyapaha. If she would not have been in my mind, I would not have written. Thank you, Mother. You are being with me forever. Thank you. Coming to my journey, I started writing, and it's like a cabbage I felt at times. There is a core. Cabbage is not a correct analogy, but I Googled. I didn't get anything else. There is a core inside, and there are many layers. Writing was there with me 40 years back, and there are many layers like awards, criticism. You know how people, you right or wrong, you are in a position, then people would like to criticize. Okay, you get a lot of criticism saying that, oh, it's not a great English. You don't require a dictionary for Sudha Murthy's book. It's a good or bad, I don't know. I think it's a good because you don't have to have a dictionary. That's the way I look at it. So there are a lot of criticism. There are sometimes support, sometimes not. It doesn't matter. There are many layers came. Sometimes some awards, like R.K. Narayan award I got, crossword award I got, so many awards actually. Initially you feel happy when the award comes. But when you go on removing that, the core remained the same. Over 40 years, what remained with me is a joy of writing. What I wrote when I was in 1979, even now after 40 years, when I take my pen and sit down, I write in Kannada with pen and paper, English on the computer. It's very funny in my case. But when I sit on the computer or pen or paper, I have the same joy which was there with me 40 years back. It remains with me. And that's very, very important for me. It is not the awards. It is not the crowd. It is not the royalty. The very joy of writing, and that has remained with me. And I'm very, very grateful for that, to have that joy. I've forgotten to mention the most important person in my writing is Shruti Khurana. I mentioned everyone except my right hand. Shruti, I have seen Shruti the day she is born. Before her parents saw, I think I saw her. Okay. She's my friend's daughter. And more than that, she understands my mind. You know, when I'm talking, she's the one who is my editor, actually. And in early morning, we have a call, or late night, we have a call. And she also works for Infosys Foundation. So she does her office work, and then I will have my call, how to change, what happens. And I asked Shruti, where am I now? She says, you are in this story on this page. Okay, somebody said, where are you? Okay, you are in bathroom. But Shruti is, she knows where my mind goes. She understands me like a daughter to a mother. And she understands why, what pace I write, and editing becomes easy. And because of my heart-to-heart connection with Shruti, I think I'm able to sail through all these books so well. Without her, it's hard for me. Yeah, I could have done, but it would have been hard. She has been the most important person in my writing. Shruti beta, thank you very much to be your part of it. So, I was very particular that Dr. Shashi Tharoor should come for this. I don't like to call Dr. Shashi Tharoor because I know somebody calls me Dr. Sudha Murthy. At least you have a proper doctorate. I don't even have that. I feel very, but you have a proper doctorate. But it's okay. I have not had I wanted to call you because as a fellow writer, I always liked you. And I liked you the way you took it in England, about the Englishman, how they looted India. My son-in-law, for your information, the minister in Theresa May's cabinet, a youngest minister. And of course, being Indian but British by 100 years, he settled there. His loyalty is more to Britain. I said other day, Rishi, you know, the most courageous person, how do you define? He said the courageous person is, you know, how British people talk. Okay, these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I said, according to me, the most courageous person is go to the lion's den and face. And there's one person in my country, that is Shashi Tharoor, I told. Shashi came to your own country. He did not sit back and talked. He came to your own country, your own Oxford or your Cambridge Association. In front of you, he said, you people have looted us. Okay? And with statistics, not taking bias. Also telling that, yes, we have the gift of English language, but how you have made us poorer in 250 years. It requires a tremendous courage. And I have great appreciation as a fellow writer and the most courageous person. You know, that's the reason I was so keen Shashi should come. Whatever maybe that, you know, wherever he was in Kuwait, he was in Dubai, then he was in New Zealand. I said, wherever you are, 25th, you should be here. Shashi, thank you. You have really worked hard for this, more harder than me, to come over here. I'm really grateful.
Thank you.
I want to tell one more episode, because never give a mic to a mother and a teacher. They will never keep it down. I'm also a mother and a teacher and a writer, okay? The reason is, writing, actually initially I thought my writing became more because of my social work, because I see so many incidents in life most people will not see. It may be I'm working with the prostitute, or it may be I'm working with cancer patients, or I may be working with, you know, hunger, malnutrition, etc. Or in my work I will meet a lot of film stars, politicians, you know, people in power, a lot of money. My canvas is large. So I thought maybe because that is helping me to write. No, actually, writing also made me write. Actually, writing helped me to do better social work, because what is writing after all? There are 26 alphabets in front of you. Okay, a group of alphabets makes a word. Group of word with little bit of grammar makes a sentence. A sentence is here, and your heart is here. You express your emotion to, you know, you take your emotions, assign to that one. F of 1 is equal to F of 2. That means a function inside in your emotion, in your heart, you take it, assign it to a sentence. And if it is really sincere, if it is really resonating fine, then it becomes a beautiful sentence. And group of beautiful sentence makes a literature. It is not the words, it is not the sentence, it is not the alphabets. A correct combination of words, grammar, and it is a craft. And the sentence and your emotion together makes a beautiful literature. And that is something very amazing, I felt it. With all this money, this and nothing matters. You have only 26. You can create an empire like Mughal Empire. You can become as poor as Daridra Narayan, or you can become as intelligent as Saraswati. This is nothing but a craft. You can take the words, whatever direction you want, and you can achieve. And this craft helped me to do a better social service, because I started getting detachment with that. What is the detachment? Is to do your work, but yet don't interfere. This I learned in writing. And that work of my social work helped me actually to write better. Both of them were individually entirely different, but they were collectively exhaustive in my case. So writing helped me to do a better social work. I started understanding how to put my emotions better, and how I can do a better social work, and how I can convey that message to my fellow human beings. You know, this is a different world you live, but there's one more world, the real world is existing. When I worked with the prostitutes, I worked in Kamatipura, I could not sleep for 3 months, because there's a different world. When I've seen girls were sold in Orissa, it's a different world. I felt if I know a little bit, whatever work I have done, it should be given back to the society in the form of sentence, in the form of literature, without using dictionary. And I think I have done that. And that is only because of Infosys Foundation, a dedicated staff of Leena, Krishnamurthy, Prashant, Asha, And without them, it's hard because they know. If I'm in a writing mood, I said yes or no, otherwise I talk something else. They say, madam is thinking something, they understand. I have an excellent staff that has helped me a lot. I have taken more than whatever time Shruti has given, but Shruti, I can't help it. You have to tell these many things. So thank you very much for patient hearing, and we are waiting that Shashi Tharoor will enlighten us with his brilliant knowledge, his brilliant speech, extraordinary knowledge, and enchanting manner. All three together. Thank you.
Wow, that